In a recent live stream, a subscriber asked an interesting question. Why is it that in the backswing portion of the ballistics, the swing, the clean, or the snatch with double kettlebells, that it doesn't feel quite right? What am I doing wrong? The answer that I gave her is the age-old discussion between kettlebell sport and hardstyle, and this is what we're going to talk about in this video. But before we get started, if you want more muscle, more strength, less fat, without going to the gym twice as fast, then check out my free ebook in the first link in the description called The Kettlebell Code. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory von Lebe hier. Apologies in advance for the lack of soundproofing, it's coming soon. This is my second and brand new studio that I used to work from home, and I wanted to give it a shot even though it isn't finished yet. So without further ado, let's jump into the reply that I gave our subscriber about the question of how to handle these swing forces in the backswing portion of the lift. Would you please explain how the stand for double kettlebell swing should be? It's easy to use the hips with one kettlebell, but with two, I don't have a good feeling. Oh, that's a very good question. The double kettlebell swing, or anything with doubles for that matter, double swing, double clean, double snatch, means that two kettlebells drop between your legs. Now here's that big discussion where you have the hardstyle folks, the RKCs and the strong first. They say, all right, here's what we do. We drop both kettlebells down, and then we hinge, and then we pull them back up, we tame the arc. If you have double kettlebells, especially the comps, I would argue even with the cast iron as well, is it is more conducive with doubles if you use the Russian pendulum. Double bent knee or the Russian pendulum is this. The kettlebells drop, super slow motion, and I engage into the first bend of the knee. Bend number one. As the weights drop, my arms reconnect to the body. I'm still in that knee bent position. Here comes the magic. I now let the kettlebells roll back and I extend my legs in the back. When I come back up, I bend the knees again. And I push my feet into the floor and I rack the kettlebells close to my body. This is the double bent knee. Let me show it to you a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what many people do, which is admittedly easier, see? Totally fine too. I'm a little bit biased, right? So I'm saying from an efficiency standpoint, and since I believe that semi-heavy weights are rather used for strength endurance, I would argue it's a little bit more conducive. If you drop the bells, go into the Russian pendulum, catch it, and now the kettlebell wants to travel backwards, right? That's the important biomechanical distinction. If I just hinge or squat a little bit, the kettlebell still wants to travel. So it still wants to do this, right? It still wants to go, hey, let me go. But you stop it and come back. Easier to do. But if see? Do you see how the arc increases? Or the distance that the kettlebell is allowed to travel? This feels better because you are not stopping the kinetic flow of energy that's dropping between your legs. You flow with it and you come back. I say, this is not your enemy. You want to become one even with the heaviest kettlebell and treat it like your friend. You don't want to fight it. Become one with the bell. I hope that answers your question. Here's the next thing that you have to do. Clean it, press it, like and subscribe button. Share with a friend who's also interested in the kettlebells. And if you made it this far, check out the Kettlebell Code ebook. You find it in the first link in the description. It's 100% free. Listen, if you're over 40, 50, or 60, you don't have a lot of time, but you still want to take care of your fitness, right? That's where the kettlebell comes in, and it serves every need and every demand that you have perfectly. And if you want to get started, I recommend you to download that free ebook to help you get a shortcut into the world of kettlebells.